How's it going, guys? It's the final render here, and welcome back to Subnautica. I've had a bit of a problem with Subnautica recently, and that is that there have been lots and lots of things added to Subnautica each and every day if you play experimental. However, every time I've had to go and explore them, I have had to travel huge distances. And this is mostly because all of the new things that are being added to the Lost River or the active lava zone. And in order to get there, I've got to travel a very long way, go through lots of twisty turnies and all that kind of stuff. And I would like to be able to stop doing that. So, in this video, we are going to be building a brand new base in the Lost River. So, let's go. We're going to be traveling down to the Lost River in our fantastic Cyclops submarine here. And I have preloaded this huge behemoth of a vehicle with hopefully all of the ingredients I will need to get my base kind of first started. I think the best route I can take in order to get down to where I plan to go is to go through the Blood Kelp Zone. We're going to go through the Blood Kelp Zone, down into the Lost River, past the huge kind of graveyard, and I do have a spot in mind where to build my base. I am planning on building it right where you can see that huge kind of tree, that huge glowing tree, because I think that would be a really beautiful place to have a base. It's going to be a very small base. It's probably only going to be one room, but it's going to be perfect for doing all the little trips we need to do. Whoa, check this out, people. We've got hundreds of the little floaters and stuff carrying all these rocks. That is something special. Look at that. That looks really, really cool. Something I absolutely love about Subnautica is that you just run into cool little things like that. And check it out, the reef backs are like pulsating now. You can see them breathing. That's so cool. I think that's new. Okay, we're at the entrance to the Blood Kelp Zone, or at least one of them, but I might have to find a different route in. The Cyclops does appear to be a bit too big to enter this way, unfortunately. So let's see if we can find another cave opening down into the Blood Kelp Zone so we can get down to the Lost River. I think we've got the Grand Reef over here, actually. This might be a better way to actually get there now I think about it. There's a lot more space, and I do believe there is a cave entrance down here, which does lead down into the Lost River. So if we can descend past these kind of huge giant orb looking things, we should be in business. As long as we don't crash, that is. That's always a possibility. Oh, this isn't the Grand Reef, is it? This is the, is it called the Cache Zone? This area here with all these huge kind of giant orbs, so to speak, just pulsating away underwater? I think that's what it's called anyway. There isn't too much down here, but there is some interesting wildlife down here. Like you can get mesmers down here, you can get sand sharks down here, and you might be able to get crab squids down here as well, so we better be careful. Here we go, this is the cave entrance we want. It's still gonna be a very tight fit to get the Cyclops in there, but it's really the only way I can actually transport all of the materials I need to make my base down in the Lost River. It's really proven to be a bit of a tight fit down here for the Cyclops, but I'm pretty certain I have actually gone to the Lost River through here via the Cyclops before. Maybe? So I should, in theory, be able to squeeze it in again, if that makes sense. But I have no idea where this cave is. I know it's around here somewhere. And we appear to be beaching the Cyclops, oh dear. Oh, we've got Warpers coming in down. Hey, Warper. How's it going, matey? What you doing, you little cyborg menace, You causing up some trouble down here? Well, you leave me alone. I don't think they can teleport me outside of the Cyclops, thankfully. But if they could, then I would be definitely panicking right now, that's for sure. Hey, leave him alone, you bully. It is starting to go green, which means we have now made it to the Lost River. Yep, the bones are starting to form now. We're definitely going the right way, people. And these ghost raids are absolutely huge. A thing to keep in mind as well is that these things are about 12 foot long, these creatures. So you put that into perspective of a person, then they are absolutely enormous. However, I believe they are perfectly non-hostile. I believe they are just perfectly fine with you swimming around here, and they have no trouble at all. But there is some hostile life down here, so let's be cautious still. Holy! Look at this fellow here! Oh, this is the other Precursor Cache, isn't it? I remember now. Like, I did try to find the 4th Precursor Cache in the game, if I can pronounce it correctly. However, it wasn't actually in the game at the time, but this is it. Wow, look at this fellow right here. This thing is enormous. Let's go ahead and see what it's like in comparison to me. I'm pretty much the size of one of its teeth right here. Oh, we can scan it as well. What does it say? Ancient skeleton. What is this ancient skeleton gonna tell us? I'm really curious to know what this is. Is it like the remnants of a leviathan of some kind? Ancient skeleton. Let's take a look. Projections suggest this life form would have been far larger than any other encountered on the planet. The remains date to 7,000 years ago. Okay, so this would have been like the big daddy of its time. 7,000 years old this skeleton is. And the precursors have almost kind of put it on display. You know, they've got lights looking down at it and stuff like that. It's very unusual why they do that. And here is the final Precursor Cache. At least the final one for now. They may add others later on, but this is the fourth one which I wanted to show in the last Subnautica video. So let's go take a look inside. Alright, so let's pop in the orange artifact into this one. We found the orange artifact pretty much at the end of Season 1 of Subnautica all those months ago. So now we finally know what that does. Alright, let's take a look inside. Holy! This is certainly different. Okay, we have definitely got a lot more stuff to do with the scientific research of the precursors. And we've got some more mines of the precursors right here. Okay, let's go ahead and grab these. Something that a lot of people said is that the ion crystals isn't what contains their minds and souls. It's actually these pedestals, and the crystals just power the pedestals, so to speak. Alright, we've got a little warper making machine here. This machine is actually what creates the warpers. The warpers are actually robots designed to hunt down anything with the coronavirus. There we go. So we've got a little thing to read in a bit there, along with some miniature ones. Alien flora specimens. They must have been researching these. These must have the Kara infection. And check out these huge bones. Holy hell. These are from some very big creatures. They must be from the same creature that's outside, so to speak. Oh, we've also got a terminal right here. Let's download that data. Fauna reproductive data. The alien bone specimen case. These fossils likely came from an ancient ancestor of the leviathans which inhabit the planet today. Yep, that would make sense. They are pretty darn big bones. Alien flora specimen case. The local flora are being held in stasis. The aliens evidently sought an extensive knowledge of the planet's ecosystem. Okay, so they have stasis fields and stuff like that. That's something we didn't know about the precursors. The large laboratory table and accompanying scanners incorporate technologies far beyond our current level of understanding. Hypothesis: equipment maintenance, staff maintenance, specimen analysis, or specimen gene manipulation. Okay, so that's interesting. They have multiple uses and stuff like that. And the fauna reproductive data. This terminal contains exclusive data on the reproduction methods of local fauna. Fauna on the planet evolved from a single gender capable of both egg laying and insemination. Eggs once laid usually require genetic material from a second individual to reach maturity. In rare cases, there is only one true parent, with evolutionary mutation introduced as the effects of the environment itself on the delicate genetic structure of the child. Research appears to have been focused around hatching conditions and generic variations between parent and child. This is consistent with the theory that the aliens were invested in manipulating the life cycle of the local specimens to their ends. Okay, so that's interesting. We now know that a lot of the plant life isn't necessarily produced the same way that other plant life is. Sometimes they are asexual, I believe the term is, which means they actually don't need a second partner in order to breed, so to speak. They can do it by themselves, which is very interesting indeed. My character actually is starting to die of thirst and hunger, so why don't we go ahead and drink some water? I can't eat those. I actually need those to plant when we get to the base. I hope you can plant them even though they're rotten. But let's go ahead and see if we can find something to eat. Here we go. We've got a little hoopfish right here. Spinefish even. My, I thought that was called a hoopfish. But whatever, we caught it. Right, let's go and cook it. One of the advantages of the Cyclops, you can go ahead and put a fabricator in here, so we are able to go ahead and cook food whenever we need it. So let's go ahead and cook that spinefish. Yum, 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 yum. My character actually hasn't had any fish in a very long time. He's just been living off of, you know, fruits and stuff like that for weeks now. So he's probably very happy to go ahead and finally get some protein. And here we go, people, back to the boneyard. I never get bored of looking at this thing. It is so incredible to look at. I absolutely love it. Ooh, we've actually got a new communication up there on the right of the screen. I wonder what that is then. Like, I don't think there's any more life pods around, so we must have a message from something else, you know, not from any of the survivors, so to speak. So we definitely need to go ahead and build our base and get the communications array so we can see what that says. So people, we are starting to approach where we are going to be building our base. I might actually build it right here, but I'm tempted to build it a bit further up. Like just to our right, we have got the secondary research facility there. But I'm thinking, let's build the base looking over this huge ghost ray tree. Because look at it, it is absolutely beautiful. I'm thinking I want to put my base right down there, because that will look absolutely superb. Okay, so the spot I was thinking about putting my base on, this huge bit of open ground here, is not actually open anymore. There is a sea dragon skeleton here. That's not what I wanted. A lot of people online and stuff are theorizing that maybe this creature tried to get inside the secondary research facility in search of one of its eggs, which was taken, and that's why the secondary research facility has collapsed. Okay, I'm going to put my base directly below where I am now. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab the titanium that I need. It's going to take a while to build this because I'll have to go back and forth from inside the base, but it'll be fantastic. Let's go build. Okay, so let's start with a foundation. I believe I've only bought the stuff I actually need to get the base going. I haven't bought everything I could use, but just for stuff I will pretty much need. Okay, so there's our foundation right there. Do we have enough to start making our room, so to speak? It doesn't look like we do. Oh, maybe. Yep, we'll have to go back inside to get some more titanium, but here's the start of our room. This is where our new base is going to be. Slightly lopsided. Unfortunately, the rooms don't actually snap to the center of the foundation, which is really annoying if I'm honest, but is what it is. Right, so let's finish off this room right here. Boom, there we go. There's our fantastic room. And now, did I grab the stuff to build the door? Indeed I did. Throw that door on there. Excellent. Now we can get inside. And now for the power. What did I do for the power? I believe I brought the stuff for a thermal generator. That is definitely the best way to get power, I think, to use the thermal generators. Right, so let's pop this thermal generator right on the roof, right there. The reason I love to use the thermal generators is that you can use them in caves, so you don't have to worry about it being sunlight outside with the solar panels, and also you don't need any other resources, they just work. Right, how much power have I got? It doesn't appear to be actually giving me any power right now. This could be a problem. I was kind of banking on this thing giving me the power. Let's see if we move it. Will that actually start to generate the power needed? So now, give me power. Give me fuel. Give me fire. Alright, so we won't worry about the lack of power right now. Maybe it just takes time to kind of get going. But for now, I want to have my fabricator. We definitely need that if we want to be able to cook food and survive and stuff down here. We'll worry about power in a moment. Alright, there's the fabricator done. And here's the thing I really wanted, people. This observatory. Right here, looking directly over this fantastic tree here. And it's completely made out of glass, so therefore we're able to get a proper look at this tree. I've also got the ingredients for this communications array, so I'm very curious to see what this message is that we got earlier. Subject 11783 destroyed. Mode, patrol. New targets unaccounted for. 1. That sounds like it's a message from the warpers. Oh dear, I'm gonna drown. I'm gonna drown. Let me in, let me in, let me in. I just died. Oh man. Serves me right for not paying attention. At least I spawn inside the Cyclops. Oh, in the base, which has no power still. Okay, I suspect that message was probably between the warpers, saying there's one person or one thing we haven't accounted for to go and get. And that's me. I have the coronavirus and they want me. Another thing I've got the ingredients for a grow bed, because we really need to have some food down here so we don't have to constantly go back and forth to catch stuff. So let's go ahead and put them in there. The seeds are rotten, but it doesn't appear to actually make a difference. They appear to work out just fine. So, man, look at that. This observatory is ace. I don't know why I haven't built one of these before. It's awesome. Oh, we've also got this water filtration machine here. We need that to get all of our water. Oh, and now the base is starting to fall apart and flood. Great, we got to reinforce this somehow. I'm pretty much out of parts. We are going to have to do some scavenging now. Alright, so here we are in the Seamoth now. If we can find some lithium and some titanium, we should be able to reinforce our base. And I could grab this quartz and try to build a solar panel, but I really don't think it'll make a difference, seeing as the sun is not here. Alright, let's try a solar panel. If this works, I swear I will eat my hat, because the sun is not here at all. But I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. If it works, it works. Huh? Well, nothing yet. Oh dear, look at the base flooding. Oh no, that's very bad indeed. I'm actually having to travel quite far away and leave the Lost River in order to hopefully find the stuff I need to get the base up and running. Like, as I said, I need to reinforce it. And once it's reinforced, I need to find a way to get power for it, because that thermal generator apparently isn't working right now. So hopefully I can find those things pretty darn soon. If not, I've got to go all the way back to the surface, and I ain't doing that. Oh dear! You get the hell away from me, you swine! Jesus, he took me by surprise. Right, well, I'm pretty much back to the surface now, for God's sake. Well, at least I know what I actually need in order to get the base running, so let's take a quick look around the surface and see if we can find what we need. I can't believe this. I'm resorting to eating raw food because I'm so far away from my fabricator. Oh, God. Well, it'll all be worth it in the end when we get the base running. Grab that damn fish, Jesus. Well, found some titanium. That's something, I suppose, but at this rate, I might as well just go back to B2 and grab all the lithium I've got stored away in there. In fact, that's actually not a bad idea. Hey, B2. Yes, I know I said I wouldn't be back for a while, but here I am for some reason, because I did all my maths wrong and didn't actually realise I would need to reinforce the damn thing. Oh my, what a lot of lithium. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this lithium that I've been storing up over time, put away the gold and stuff, don't need that. Okay, so I've grabbed all the stuff we need in order to actually go ahead and repair this base, and also the stuff I need to build the bioreactor, so it's going to take a long time to get back there now, actually, annoyingly. Here we go, we're back at the base now. Didn't take too long to get back because I already knew where I was going, because I obviously had the beacons telling me where to go. But getting out took an awful long time, probably took a good 15 minutes or so. Like, this is a long game to go exploring and stuff like that. Right, so now, let's fix this base, shall we? Yep, this place is flooded alright. Okay, so where is my reinforcements? Alright, we'll go ahead and put one there. Right, so it's just here. I have no idea how many of these panels I will actually need. These panels are actually pretty darn good though. They really do reinforce your base extremely quickly. There we go, I only needed one. So, that's fantastic. So now I should be able to just plug up these holes. Oh, we've got some cracks in the glass even. Quickly, let's weld the glass. Because that works. Here we go, it's starting to drain now. Right, bioreactor. Where is this thing? It is right there. That's what I need. Put it right in the middle of the room. I should have everything I need on me already. Boom, there we go. Right, this should give me some power. Let's go ahead and grab a Chinese potato just for now. Throw that in there. And we have power in the base. Woohoo! It's a little cramped in here now, unfortunately. I wanted it to look a bit prettier than this. But now we have at least got oxygen in here. So yeah, man. That looks absolutely ace, that does. Really, really happy with this so far. Okay, so what now? Well, how can we make this better? Really, we need to get the power going properly and be self-sustaining, not using the bioreactor. But for now, maybe we should catch some fish so we got some food and throw them in the bioreactor. Oh dear, oh dear, get out of my face, get out of my face. I just want to catch this one fish. Oh, that was terrifying. Okay, sorry about this spine fish. But you're going in the reactor. You can only put organic items in the bioreactor. The spinefish is organic. It's a fish. Oh, well, whatever. I can cook it, I suppose. Okay, guys, so here is the start of our kind of forward operating base, so to speak. It's going to be pretty cool. I might actually have to do lots of trips to go back and get all of the resources to get this place being fully self-sustaining. But this is going to be our main base for going exploring the active lava zone and the Lost River, which is being updated so much. Guys, if you enjoy Subnautica, please make sure you give this video a like and a thumbs up. Check out some of the cool Patreon people below. And I'll see you next time. This has been the final render, and you have been the audience. Until next time, farewell. Let's actually look at how you go ahead and scrap items you don't want that normally you can't scrap in the regular settlement mode. Let's say if we want to actually get rid of this in-game, in the settlement mode, how do we go ahead and scrap this bit of fencing which normally we cannot scrap? This is a bit more complicated. It involves doing what is called